Welcome into Time to Thrive with Thomas Cox right here on the Ford Faction. Thomas, Nick Saban looks like he is getting younger by the day. Not necessarily physically. He's held up pretty well, okay? But there has got to be a secret sauce behind this. Like, where is this man's, like, fruit juice or, like, green tea? Like, what is this man drinking to, like, he is coaching. There's no decline in coaching.
Zero.
And it looks like he is just going to be a 5'6" angry white guy who's coaching for the rest of his life. I mean, he looks like Benjamin Button.
He's 66 years old, and he leads a hard life. Granted, the guy makes $9 million a year, and obviously,
Oh, my goodness.
money
Money helps.
Money,
It's not happiness
listen,
by any means.
it is not happiness. But you can tell when a fine woman walks in, she has money. Because a lot of the times, the money helps take stress off of your life because you can do things that you would not normally do.
Yeah.
But like Nick, for example, and this goes back to some of the things we talked about, because I've had friends that I've coached with back when I coached college football that left us and went to coach for Nick, and then other people that have coached for Nick from a GA perspective, from an analyst perspective, that know him and have worked with him. He's a routine dude, 66 years old. He's a routine guy. Gets up in the morning, exercises, runs treadmill, things like that. Lives on I think it's Lake Tuscaloosa or somewhere, a lake up there. Drives in. Now, we talked about this before. You got to find something that works for you. He's a Little Debbie guy, like the oatmeal cream pie things. That's one of his like staples. I think that's what he eats for breakfast. And so, but this guy's got a routine, and he lives by that routine. Obviously, he's got an in-season and out-of-season routine because the lifestyles are so different because of travel and things like that. But he's got this routine, and he sticks with it, and he rolls with it because college coaches have to have a routine. Sunday is a routine. Monday is a routine. Tuesday is a heavy work day. Wednesday is a medium work day. Thursday is a polished day. Friday is a relaxed mental day. Saturday is obviously game day. Sunday is recoup and review. It's that way every week for however many weeks.
When's your off day?
For the players, hence why I don't coach anymore. For the players, they have to pick a day where they don't have anything for them. But the rules have changed to where they have a rehab day and they bring them in to lift. So the kids, they have an off day, but they don't have an off day.
Yeah.
And there's pressure to get in there and watch film or whatever. So they really technically don't have a, quote, off day. They don't. And the coaches don't. That's why, when I coach college football, you go for 6 months back into July to front end of January, and you would have no off day.
Yeah. You might as well just set a cot up in your office.
No question. And a lot of guys, some guys did that to live far away. You don't have an off day. And that's part of the reason why I got out. I started having kids, and I knew that I had to raise those dudes. And so, but one of Nick's deals is he's a routine dude. So he gets up in the morning, he runs exercises, does whatever he does, drives in. He's got his little oatmeal cream pie that he eats for breakfast, and then he goes into the office. They have their whatever it is they're doing.
What do you think he listens to on the morning?
I don't think he listens to anything. You don't think he listens to
Feinbaum and turns up Tammy?
Lord, no. I think he I love Paul, but I don't think he does. I think that he probably either talks on the phone.
Yeah.
He's not a texter, I hear. I think he talks on the phone. Even at 6 or 7 in the morning.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right about that. I bet he's one of those guys who, if he's not doing anything, he's not working. You know what I mean? Like if he's doing something like just simple-minded, like driving to work, I bet he's wanting to work during one of those points.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm on the phone. I talked to 5 people this morning.
Really?
On the way in. Granted, I was in traffic.
You called me twice.
I called you twice. But I was like, I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm listening to something, and so I am the same way. So I want to be doing something. So he gets in. They do whatever his morning routine is. He eats the same thing, same 2 or 3 things for lunch every day. Like a secretary brings it to him. A lot of times it's like a chicken salad type thing. And what he does is he's got one of 3 things that he eats for lunch every day, and that's what he eats. It's mindless. He doesn't have to think about it. One less decision he has to make. Nick Saban makes so many decisions on a daily basis, especially in season, that he has to not use those calories to make other decisions. Like, what am I going to eat today? Who freaking cares?
Yeah.
It's fuel. Make wise decisions, but it's fuel. You don't have to sit down at every meal and get full and think, I got to enjoy this meal to the fullest. No, you need to be freaking productive. Okay, there's a time and a place to sit down and take a 3-hour meal. There's a time and a place for that, but it's not every day. It's not at lunch every day. It's not. It's just not.
I find my lunches are a time where it really is like, hey, let's just fuel up. Like meal
That's
fit,
it.
like I am shoveling chicken, rice, broccoli into my mouth, and then like maybe I'll eat a peanut butter cracker. Like when the show ends, like just pop it in my mouth while I'm driving home. But it's not something where I kick my feet back at a cheeseburger joint, 30 minutes before the show.
Have a glass of wine, have a beer. It ain't like that.
No, but it can't be. Like when you talk about fuel, like Nick Saban goes pit stop, hey, fuel up, we got to go. I mean, we got practice.
That's it.
We got stuff going on.
Chicken salad or a couple other things at lunch. Gets a little Debbie after practice, and then eats one of like 4 or 5 things for dinner. I mean, it's a routine. During the off season, they play basketball 3 or 4 times a week. Walks in, gets the GAs, gets the coaches, and they go play basketball for an hour, 45 minutes, like 3 or 4 days a week. So, and sometimes Nick Saban is working out twice a day. He'll do his exercise in the morning, and he goes play basketball in midday, at noon. So you sit there and you go, why does this guy never age? Why does this guy still fit and trim? Because here's the thing, he's not fat.
No.
He's not overweight. We don't use the word fat in our house. He's not obese.
Now, why is that? Hold on, why is that?
Because fat is a macronutrient. Fat is not an adjective to describe somebody.
I knew you were going to take it to that level.
Well, it's like sitting there and see somebody in shape. Like, man, that dude is so protein. No, bro. It's a macronutrient. It's not like you don't describe somebody with oh man, she's so carb. Why would you say that's so fat? Why would you say that? It is a required macronutrient.
I love you're trying to change the norm. I love that.
You got to, bro. I don't let my kids use the word fat. I don't let my kids use the word skinny. Fit and unfit. They don't do it.
That's incredible.
Overweight, they don't use it. My kids don't use the
I'm
word
going to try to stop doing that.
My kids don't use the word fat. They don't. They don't do it.
Really?
My daughter said something about skinny for the first time yesterday. I said, what? I said, what? I said, babe, we don't use that word.
Would she just look at you like you had
No,
a third
she's
eye?
like, yes, sir.
Oh, my.
She's heard it before.
Yeah,
she's heard
yeah,
me.
yeah.
No, she's heard me say that before.
Yeah.
We don't use the word skinny. And so why does he look the way he looks? Why can he listen? Here's the thing. Why can he coach till he's 74 years old? People are like, how long's Nick got? Listen, Nick will coach to 72 to 74 years old. He's going to do it.
And then he'll go run the country, or he'll run for Alabama governor.
He'll be the athletic director.
Golly.
He'll be athletic director. This guy, listen. This guy lost what was the political race that happened not too long ago with a guy that everybody thought was the Republican.
Oh, Doug Jones and Roy Moore?
Yes. He lost it for Roy Moore because he got like 20,000 write-in votes and Roy lost. He lost the election for Roy Moore.
Yes, I remember that.
So
Nick Saban is Alabama's true leader. They just need him to say, you know what, I'll run for office. Now, it'd be a huge pay cut. He would never do
question.
it.
But the thing about him, you know what the thing about him is, though, is we talked about in one of our other shows, is he's a disciplined dude. He's a disciplined, tough guy. He keeps toughness at the forefront with his players. He keeps his discipline at the forefront with, how he runs his ship. He's hard on them. Here's the thing. I want you to think about this. How many guys has Nick Saban fired?
I know there's a lot of guys who's moved on. How many guys has he truly fired?
Dude, listen. Nick doesn't fire people.
I don't know. I can't
Why?
think. Who?
He doesn't. You could go look. He doesn't fire people. People leave.
He just systems them out?
No. People leave because they can't handle it. He is so tough. He is so robotic. He is so disciplined. He is so a spirit of excellence that people, and his expectations are unbelievably high, and people can handle that. People will rise to your expectations only so far. And then sometimes they're either going to thrive or sometimes they're going to fall away to the wayside. His expectations, his toughness, his desires are so high.
Why does nobody try to ever copy that?
They do, but they can't. They can't sustain what he does. But here's the thing. Why can I not sustain? Because the whole aspect, I have no idea what Nick's spiritual life is like. I'm not going to speak to that. I have no idea. He may be a Bible-thumping, wasp. I have no idea. But the physical, the mental, the physical aspect of what he does, the eating, the exercise, the discipline part of what he does is stellar, bro. It's stellar. And so that aspect of what he does keeps him in the physical shape, keeps him in mental shape of how he runs his life and runs his organization. And it's like the saying goes, proof in the pudding. And what he's done is he's produced these other coaches that have gone on and done the same things, from Kirby to Jimbo to Muschamp to all these other guys that have had success at other places because they're trying to do the best they can to emulate what he does.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, Lane.
Dude, I love Lane
Dude,
Kiffin.
He's a baller now.
I love watching their games.
But all that being said is I think that's what part of the reason for his longevity is because of the discipline and the toughness of what he does in his personal life and also in his corporate life.
All right, I got 2 more questions. Okay. 1, how long do you think he's got coaching left? What do you say, like
66
8
today.
years?
I think 72 to 74.
How in the world? Why wouldn't he go pro?
He's tried that. It's not his deal.
It's not his thing.
It's not his thing.
He wasn't terrible at Miami, though. He went 500.
Listen, he doesn't have control like he has control here. You don't have the control in the pros as you do in college. You have more control. Those guys don't like you in the pros. F it, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
They just go find another
coach.
They
go find another coach, and they can't handle his discipline. So I think he's 72 to 74. I think he'll go then.
You think he's any sort of a player's coach? Because I see the videos of the kids on the boat with him on the lake. Like you see the videos with the kids got his arm around him and he's not smiling.
I got other stories that I can't say that. No, I would not say he's a person.
Not at all.
No.
He probably enjoys the players to some extent.
Okay. To a certain extent, I think.
What are they just pawns? What is it to him?
No, I'm not going to speak negative of anything that the guy's doing. A lot of the guys that he has and the way they recruit different than everybody else. A lot of the ways they recruit to the NFL. They recruit to the NFL.
They're like a streamline to the NFL. I mean, proof's in the pudding, though.
They recruit to the NFL. The winning is the unspoken. Hey,
that's gonna happen.
You're gonna win games. We're gonna win 11 games, barring a tornado. Even when there was a tornado, I hate to even bring that up. They've even still won tons of games. They're gonna win games. They don't have to speak to that. They recruit to the NFL because that's what these kids want to do. White kids, black kids, Hawaiian kids, that's what they want to do. They want to go play. They want to go play in the NFL. If they go to somewhere that's going to be on TV every day, they go to somewhere that's got the best coaching in the world. They go to somewhere that's got to have,
great nutrition,
great weight race. They got the best strength coach. They got the best everything. Why would you not go there? Yeah. If you think in your mind you got a chance, why would you not? So
especially if you think you're the best, go to the best.
Go to the best. So they recruit to the NFL. And the winning is obvious.
All right, one more question. Okay. If Nick Saban were to give you a call and say, "Hey, Thomas, get back into coaching," all right, and look, we'll get your routine, we'll get your system down. I mean, what is that too far of a stretch? Or
no, I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it. $1 million a year, I wouldn't do it.
Golly,
I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm.
Yeah, you got out of coaching.
That's not what I'm called to do. And people don't get it. I know guys that have left there for a pay cut to go coach other places.
Yeah,
but I don't want that lifestyle. I don't want that. I love what I do. Now, if he called and said, "Hey, come run all our food,"
you'd be all.
I'd do it. I would want to do something like that. But I would want to be able to continue what I do from a catering and from a meal prep perspective because I like helping people that way.
Yeah.
But I would do something like that. Like I got a buddy that works at Jacksonville Jaguars. I'd love to go feed a pro team.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to go feed a pro team. And be in charge of all their food because it would help me be creative. Yet it's small enough to where I could focus, but yet also I could leverage the fact that I was just from a business perspective. I could leverage the fact that I'm the guy that does the food at Alabama, or I'm the guy that does the food at Jacksonville for other things. So I think there's a selfish part of me, but there's also a part of me that would want the challenge of going to feed. But if he said come coach, I would say no. If he said come feed my players, I would say absolutely.
All right. Well, look, you heard it here. Time to thrive with Thomas Cox. This is the Ford Faction. We'll be right back.